up to everybody. Big up, big up, big up. Welcome to the final whistle. Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1. We won. And what really makes me, I think it's funny, is the fact the more slut wins, the more the haters are going to get stressed out, the more he wins. Because I believe that some Liverpool fans, the ones on X, you know, them ones, I think some Liverpool fans actually want Liverpool to lose. I really think so. I actually think they actually want Liverpool to lose. It's crazy. So when Slut wins, it's a win for me. As you could see on my name, Solo P1, I'm slutting. Actually, I'm going to change that to Slut Fix It. I'm going to change that in a minute. I am Slut Fix It. I believe he's earned that right, in my opinion. I know it's not popular around the community, but it's my opinion, and that's it. He won us the Premier League. He's had so many injuries. Dumber and dumber. Hughes and Edwards has left him short, not buying a defender. I say this every stream, by the way. I say this on every stream, and I continue to say it. Hughes and Edwards, a.k.a. Dumber and Dumber, left Arnie Slot short.
Bombocard!
Very simple. They left him short. But Arnie Slot, I still think he's a good coach. I believe he can navigate us out of this storm because we are in a storm. I think the last couple of games we played well. A lot we lost against Man City, but we still played well. We played well today. Remember, Sunderland. Sunderland, the Stadium of Light. That's what they called it, any Stadium of Light. They are unbeaten in the Premier League at home. Unbeaten. Arsenal's gone there, failed. Man City's gone there, failed. Chelsea's gone there, failed. Spurs have gone there, failed. We went there and we won. We won. And also another record has been broken at Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk, I think he's got more goals as a centre-back in Liverpool history. Liverpool history. So congratulations to Virgil on that. Virgil, he's been one of the legends for us. And yeah, big up to Virgil. Now, today's game, I thought we played, like I said, I think we played all right. I didn't get why Gatball got took off. That was crazy. I don't know why Gatball got subbed for Curtis Jones to come on. I thought Gatball was okay. See, with Gatball, a lot of people don't like Gatball because he's one-dimensional. Cutting. That's what we call him on this channel. Cody Cutting. That basically runs up the field and he just cuts in and scores. One-dimensional, innit? You know where he's going, innit? You know where he's going. You know how he's going to score. But there's one thing I say about Cody Gatball. Cody Gatball will get you goals. He will get you goals. You can hate him. He's like Marmite, innit? He's like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. But he can get you goals. But yeah, that one taking Cody Gatball off was crazy. If you are going to take Cody Gatball off, bring on Ngamoa. Probably some Liverpool fans probably don't know who this guy is. Rio Ngamoa. It's been years. It seems like a year since he played. So if he did come on, you'd probably say, who's that guy coming on? I don't know who he is. But Ngamoa, he should have came on for Gatball. If you're going to take off Gatball, bring on Ngamoa. You don't take off a winger and bring on a midfield, which I just didn't get. But we're going to discuss that today. We're going to discuss it. So I'm going to bring in my co-Qs. my partner in crime. He's co-owner of Keep It Sports, Mr. Toto. Big up to Toto.
Big up.
Bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. How's it going?
Big up, man. Yeah, doing well. It's been chilling, really. Getting my stream hours in. You know, streaming earlier, some Formula One. Everything's going well, you know. Just chilling, nothing really much.
So yeah, I came on here today. Before we get going, what do you think of the game?
Great game. What can I say? That was just a great overall performance, professional performance, footballing performance. If you're one of those that watch the game, you know, by the eye instead of the stats, that was great to watch by the eye. And I think that is how you break down a low block. There was times where I think Southampton defended amazingly, pressed us amazingly, and I thought they played good. So, not Southampton, Sunderland. Always get confused with the two names. But Sunderland played great. But we just had that edge over them. I thought first half it was half between us, but I think when we reached the second half, I thought we stepped up a bit. But I think in spells we played really, really good front foot football. I thought that game was just an example of how defence wins games. I thought Ender did an absolute shift at right back. And I say I'm wrong. I was wrong. I said this on my TikTok. I said this on my YouTube that while we're starting Ender right back, I was doubting him. I was doubting Ender at right back. But I always knew that Ender always does a job. He can always do a job. And when he's got a role to do, he will always fulfill his role, what to do. So Ender did absolute great at right back. Unfortunate on the injury. But look, in my opinion, that's Sunderland played low block, didn't they? But at times Sunderland was high pressing us. It was a balanced team. Sunderland, they were pressing us, they were low blocking. But when they were low blocking, when there was in their low block, in their compact shape, it was hard to break down. We broke it down. We started using the wings. We started moving the ball a little bit quicker, not the slow sideways crap. Because we all know every time when we go against these teams, they're going to low block us because we're Liverpool, aren't we? We're Liverpool. They don't want to get bombarded.
I don't think they low blocked us today.
No, I mean like when they was in their shape.
Okay. Yeah.
We moved the ball a lot quicker, which I noticed, which again causes it caused them to move around a little bit. We started using the wings a lot more, started stretching out the pitch, making it as big as possible. I never saw us do that in the last game. Last game was just slow and lethargic play. There was no tempo to it.
Against Man City, I think Man City we came up fast. I think with the Man City game, we did come out fast, but when we scored that goal, we started to drop back a bit, and then we just went, same boring football.
And also, I mean, like the majority of the season as well. We never really played like this. We just had slow, lethargic, sideways, backwards. There was no tempo or, progression going forward.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of it better today, and I saw us using the wings a lot more. I thought Gakpo had a better game. I thought Salah had a better game, even though Salah was frustrating at times, and he should have passed and stuff like that, and maybe could have scored. But look, that's football for you, I thought Salah had a better game, and I thought Gakpo had a better game. Ekitike had chances, but again, missing, I think Ekitike, you can't blame the guy, struggling with fitness, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, you can't get a full 90 game of football, like a proper full fit 90 game of football. This is why we brought two strikers. Maybe we brought two strikers. Ekitike was struggling with fitness. And this is why we brought two strikers in. But again, our other striker's injured. We've got no striker except for Ekitike. Maybe that's what we should have brought in the window. But again, the window's over now. We've got to do what we've got. And what we've got at the moment, we've got Chiesa there that can play striker. But we all know Slot's philosophy of Chiesa. He just never plays him,
Don't
doesn't he?
play.
You know.
That's
Yeah.
what I was about to say. That's his philosophy. Don't play him. That's the way he does it, man. He just don't want to play Chiesa. Big up to people on TikTok as well. We are on YouTube. If you want to come and join us from TikTok on YouTube, go ahead. Get involved in the chat. That's what we're here today. I know it's a bit late today, but we're still doing it anyway. It's late. Yeah, too late if you ask, but it is what it is. But yeah, big up to the people on the chat room on TikTok as well. I can see big up Daniel, big up Paul, big up John, big up Thomas, big up Carlos, Daniel, big up to you guys. But we are, like I said, we're on YouTube. It's Solo P1 Keep It Sports, and you'll see it there. So yeah, Toto, for me, I know they said during the game that they said that Virgil was man of the match. I'm not sure if he was man. He was good though, wasn't he? He was good. I think man of the match for me. I'm going to say it now. I think Verts really played well today.
He did.
He's becoming really, really top notch now. Verts is. He's becoming that guy, which both of us knew that was going to happen, innit? We knew that was going to happen. We knew that he was going to become the guy. So, what's your thoughts on Verts?
I thought Verts every time he's improving as a player, and every time he's improving as a player. And you know, everyone doubted him, didn't they? Everyone doubted him. Not everyone, because I'm not going to speak for everyone, but the majority of the football fan base, the Premier League fan base, all doubted him, saying, "Oh, he's a flop. He's a flop." After 7 games, people think football just works just like that. Oh yeah, you get a player in like that amount of money. Yeah, you have to be, you know, at the front foot. Look, I get it. If he was from the Premier League, then you pay a lot of money for a guy in the Premier League. You expect him to be on the front foot, you know, in a couple games. The guys come from the German league. You know, it's a completely different atmosphere, completely different environment. You know, different pace of football compared to the Premier League. Because the Premier League is the most fastest and physical league in the world. When you put a guy in the German league all the way to the Premier League, it takes time to adapt. And look at, always use Casado as an example. Always use Casado as an example. You know, you come from a different league, coming to the Premier League. You didn't really start on the front foot straight away, but you know what? It took a season and a half, and now it's a good DM. Verts, you know, it took him. Again, he's still got a lot of progress to make, but you can see that his confidence improvement. And I think he's that player now, and it just shows how much money, why we spent so much money on him. Florian Wirtz, he's great at playing in tight areas. He's getting bullied off the ball a lot more. I mean, a lot less.
Yeah,
creating a lot more. The guy deserves about 3 or 4 assists in this game. You know, the amount of balls he's been putting into the box. His link-up play of Ekatike again. But again, I can see he can put in the back of the net. Good, unlucky from him. But you can see how Wirtz, you know, you put the faith in him. You give him time, you give him minutes, and he will slowly improve. You know, you expect a guy there to show his quality. We saw usually all his quality in the Champions League, because the Champions League is more slower pace and he can excel there. But in the Premier League, it's different gravy. In the Premier League is the best league in the world, the best trophy, the best league to win. If you come into England and win a Premier League, you know you got top of the crop there, king of the jungle. You know? But look, Wirtz is improving as a player and shows that we pay so much money for him.
Yeah, I always had faith in Wirtz, always. I know I always say it on the channel, but I did. We both did. I think a lot of the noise was probably coming from the rival fans. That he was, because obviously Man City wanted him, he didn't go there. And Bayern Munich wanted him, he didn't go there. Came to Liverpool. So I know the butt hurt, and the butt hurt that he didn't go there. He came to Liverpool. So obviously they're gonna look for his downfall, and so I remember the first game in, because he didn't do that well in the first game. Everybody said, "There you go, waste of money, crap." What we doing here, man? What we doing here about Flying Birds being crap? You know what I mean? And I understand the rival fans, but when you got your own Liverpool fans are saying it, yeah. When you got the Liverpool fans are actually saying, "Oh, you're not that good. Wirtz was a waste of money." It's just stupid. It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make sense. We brought Florian Wirtz in. Yeah. I knew he was going to cook. I knew he was going to cook. He just needed to find his feet. He's a young lad. Came into the Premier League, came from the Bundesliga, which we know the Bundesliga is not a physical league. And plus he's young as well. It's not like he's a veteran, innit? It's not like he's 26 or 27 and he's already like breaded in. He was a young lad, innit? He was a young lad. So he came into the Premier League. He's got his new surroundings. He's not with his family and friends. He's in a foreign country. And he has to learn the ways of the English football. And we all know that the Premier League is the more physical, demanding league in world football. This is why you've got Ekitike that only can do 60 minutes and then he's knackered. Did you see Ekitike today? Did you see when he was just literally walking? Did you see that? He was walking. He couldn't even track back because he was that tired. You get me? And that's the reason why, because it's the physicality of the Premier League. It wasn't like that when he played for his club in France. He's like that in Liverpool because the Premier League is demanding. But when I see Florian Wirtz, you can see now that he's adapting to it. I think since the last 2 months, he's been getting better, and better. Yeah. And it's showing right now.
Yeah.
It's showing. That's why when he's on the ball, you see that his feet, it's class. I said it on this channel. I said, and everybody laughed at me. I said, Florian Wirtz in the next 2 years, he's going to be the best player in the Premier League. He's going to be the best player in the Premier League. And you can see it now. You can see that he's getting confident. He's taking players on. He's not getting buffed off the ball like he did when he first came here. And you can see he can get in them little pockets. You get me? Them little pockets he's there. Quick feet. He can embarrass you on a football pitch. And that's why I think of Florian Wirtz. He's a brilliant football player. I'm so glad that we got him.
We've got 5 of you in here at the moment. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And feel free to get involved in the video as well. If you're just silent listening, you just want to listen to us and just watch us, no need to chat, just hit the likes. We appreciate your support anyway, but I want to see us perform this game in, game out now consistently. I want to see us defend well, and I think, that stat where we are the most conceded goals from set pieces in the Premier League, I think we're starting to improve on that now. I think we're starting to, of course, not improve on the stat, obviously, but I think us defending from set pieces, I think us sacking our set piece coach, I think ever since then, we started getting better at defending set pieces. Less of them been going in. Long throws, we've been struggling with the majority of the season. We're starting to defend them well. Corners, we're starting to defend well. And it's just overall better. And I think I was wrong about the result again. I thought we were going to draw. I thought it was going to be a boring, slow, lethargic game. But the first 15 minutes of the game, you can see where we're at and see where both teams at. Southampton's pushing us. We was pushing them. We weren't backing down. And Liverpool moved the ball so well. Yeah. One-touch passing, triangles, moving the ball faster. I'm thinking, that's how you break down a low block. Exactly. Use the width of the pitch and quick passing. It sounds very basic, but it's true. When you get a team in the shape and all that, they're patient, they're disciplined. What you want them to do, you want to try break them by moving the ball around quicker, switching it from side to side, using the wings. That's what you want to do. And when you have ball players like Virgil that can switch the ball from left, right, zip a path through the middle, you got ball players like Gravenberch, McAllister at times actually doing some decent play. When you got ball players like that can play the ball, pick a good pass out, we can break things down. But I just don't understand why games ago when we was on that drawing streak, which felt like a draw like a loss, Liverpool standards. When we draw those games, I just don't get it with this slow, lethargic football.
Now we had to. It's like
we were playing. It was like we were playing to, of course, not to lose, obviously, but we were just playing like we were just managing a game.
Yeah, but we had to do that. We had to play that slow, lethargic football because we was hemorrhaging points. We was losing games. We had four losses in a row, and we had to stop that high line crap that what we was doing, you get me? We had to stop all that high line stuff. We had to be more compact with it to be more narrow, and we had to become a defensive team. It was like Sean Dice. By the way, Sean Dice just got sacked from Nottingham Forest. It was like Sean Dice. It was like a Sean Dice team. We was basically a low block team. We was boring, slow tempo football because we was losing points. We lost 4 games in a row. So if you're playing this high line at tempo football, whatever, yeah, and then suddenly, yeah, you start losing 4 games in a row, what you gonna do? You can't carry on doing the same thing, get it? Because we had to go defensive, and this is what we did, and it worked. I know we was getting a lot of draws, but we weren't losing. We weren't losing games. That's why we went on that winning streak. What was that streak that unbeaten? 13 matches unbeaten. You remember?
Just draw.
Yeah, but we had a few draws. We had a lot of draws, and we had wins though. And now, but we had a few wins in there.
Wins, yeah.
Only 4 or 5, but at the end of the day, we didn't lose any. And the reason why we did that is because we was losing too many points. We was losing 4 games in a row. And if we would have carried on that trajectory down that road, what would have happened is we could have been lower than we are now. So what Sluts did, he's gone defensive mode, and now he's thinking, right, now we're gonna have to go do what we were doing before. Because what's happening is now he's looking at the table. 2 weeks ago when he looked at the table, or even a week ago when he looked at the table,
yeah,
you're looking at him and you're thinking, you know what? You know what? Yeah, he's probably, you know what? Now we have to go for it. Because if we keep playing the football, the defensive football, what's gonna happen is we would drop more points. So now Slut is going for it. You get me, like today. It looked like we looked energetic when we played Man City. But what happened when we played Man City? As soon as we got ahead, what happened is we dropped back. We went into default mode again. You get me?
Yeah,
we went into defensive mode. We dropped back and we let the game come to us.
All season he was you know, every single press conference, you know, he's famous saying, "Oh, we're against a low block and we can't really break it down." But the thing is that this game shows an example of great game management from Marnie Scott. I've got to say, it was great game management. I thought sitting back at the 75th minute, bringing on an extra man midfielder, I was like, all right, a bit early, but if we can make it work, it's good. And I think the way he made it work, even though when we had a corner, Virgil and Ibu never went up, we still held a bat free when it was a corner. So again, we were at the 75th minute, we was playing not to lose then. But I think majority of the game, moving the ball around quicker, you know, having that tempo in, because before we played without a tempo, played very slow because we had to, didn't we? Because we lost all them games, so we was playing not to concede and just playing it safe and safe and safe. But we were using more of our wingers and how we played last season, in where we built most of our attacks down the wing. We had good wingers. We had Luis Diaz on the left wing, which stretched out the pitch. We had Salah, who's probably at the peak of his powers last season.
Oh yeah, he was definitely at the peak of his powers.
When we had 2 good wingers, and we had Robbo, of course, we had Trent last season as well. That can stretch out that pitch.
Yeah, no.
You know, that we use the wings a lot more, and most of our switches down to left wing or right wing. Now, this game here, right? We played very, very good, nice football. It was less of the long ball at last game, because last game was more long balls, and I was like, that's a bit unusual for Liverpool, because we never.
The last time we did that though was the year that when Flacco fell off. Remember when our midfield, what was that, the 22-23 season?
We were just spamming long balls.
And Virgil was just spamming balls over the midfield straight into the strikers, because into the wide players like the wingers and Salah and that, because our midfield fell off. I know what you're saying.
And now this game, we're playing it more on the floor. We played proper football, and it worked out for us. We broke a very, very we broke a few times at the low block, but again, you know why? We didn't finish our chances. But again, Sunderland defended very, very well. They're good defensive team, Sunderland, and they defended very well in times. But at spells, we had chances. We broke through their defensive line, but we just never finished. And that's the thing. But I'm glad that we won. Oh, it's a set piece. Who gives one? Who gives one, man? Seriously? Who gives one? If you look at our performance, that was a great performance from Liverpool. And that's a big result for us, because who drew? Chelsea drew, didn't they? and who
Yeah.
else drew? I forgot. But
Um,
two big teams drew at the top.
Chelsea and Man United.
Yeah. Again, we gained 2 points on them. Good. It was a big result for us, and we took advantage of it. And the way we played today, I want to see that play. I don't, of course, not the same tactic because people will get onto it, but I want to see us play like that throughout game in, game out. You know, that kind of football, because we've got the players for that, and our players are gaining more confidence. Gakpo's had a better performance, you know. And it's just good. It's good to see. It was beautiful to watch. And I thought the first 50 minutes, thinking, Liverpool looking good here. Looking very, very good. Different team. Moving
Yeah.
the ball. And I'm thinking, this is the Liverpool we want to see. Right, I've always had faith. I always have faith in this team. Of course, I don't want to go crazy over a result, but again, it's a big result. We beat Sunderland, who undefeated at home. No one else could do it, boss. It's a big result for us. It's a big result, so we've got to take that, sink it in, and say, look, we beat Sunderland undefeated at home. It's a big result, right? We played good football, and we should just, move on to the next one. We got Brighton in the FA Cup next. Another big game, and that should be a must win. I think every game is a must win from now. Again, if you want to walk away saying, look, we've won a trophy this season, the FA Cup is our best bet. Of course, we've got the Champions League as well. So there is still trophies to play for. And people are tending to forget that, about the manager and sacking him. I'm like, we've still got 2 trophies to play for, and I'm thinking as the team grows confidence, as the team grows together and clicks together, and I think it's starting to do a little bit of that now.
Yeah.
We'll be there. We're gonna give it some time. You know what I mean? Like, can't just jump on a manager. You gotta look at the players and say, look, these are new players, they're good players, they're coming to the club, they'll get used to each other, it'll take time. But now you can see stuff are starting to click, like Verts and Ekatike, a little partnership going on there. I still think Salah shouldn't be warranting a start, but again, he won't go to Kaiser, will he?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying with the partnership between Ekatike and Vert. But the only thing what bothers me about that partnership, and I still think Isak would have been better, because if you watch Isak before he got injured, he was just started to gel with Florian Wirtz. I saw it coming. Yeah. And just as he was gelling, he got injured by that stupid oaf Van der Van, stupid idiot. So he got him injured. But what I'm saying is the concern I've got between the Ekatike and Wirtz is Ekatike. He tends to run out of energy around about the 60th minute in football games. It seems like he's not. I'm not sure if it's a physicality thing. I'm not sure if he's got an underground problem that he can't do 90 minutes at the high level of the Premier League. I don't know. I hope we can address it and get it sorted, because he needs to be able to play 90 minutes. Because if you actually watch the game, about 25 minutes towards the end, when everybody was trapping back, when Sunderland was on the front foot, attacking us, he was just walking back. He looked like he was like a 35-year-old man playing football, ready to give it up. You get me? That's what it looked like to me. That's concerning, because at the end of the day, he's the only striker we've got at the moment. I know we've got Gakpo, Coutinho. We've got Gakpo here that he's a winger, whatever. But for me, he's an inside.
He's not a proper striker, is he?
No, he's an inside forward, whatever. Yeah. But with Gakpo, he can do a job, but he's going to play on the left hand, because we know that Arne's not going to play Ngoma, which I think is crazy, right? I think he might play Ngoma in the FA Cup, though. I got this little feeling he's going to play him in the FA Cup. I would, because at the end of the day, I know it's a Brighton, but I think we should.
I don't know, because look,
we play again on.
Arnie slots backed into a corner here. He's on the ropes, so he's got to find a way to move himself out of the corner, get himself up the ropes, and I think these games he has to win, and I think he won't put out some kids. He said this in his press conference that he wants to protect them. Now, it's not like he never said that word for word, but he said, look, every time we lose and we're on this losing streak or drawing streak, the players on the bench become the best players, which is true, because, if the starting players are not doing well, maybe they're on the youth players, and he wants to protect them, basically, which is understandable in a way. But again, these lot are going to play senior football soon. They're going to play senior football. You can't protect them forever.
Exactly. I think we need to start playing, because Trione, is it Trione yet? Trione, he's a
Tronione, yeah.
he's a very good midfielder, and he's going to be a star for us. And he just needs to start playing. This is from Deluded Steve. This is to you, Toto. And from me actually.
Yeah,
Who's going to play right back against Brighton and Forest? Probably Curtis Jones.
Yeah, I say
It's got to be Curtis now, isn't it?
I either say
Or Gomez.
Gomez, Curtis, or Calvin Ramsey.
He's not playing Calvin Ramsey, and he should, by the way.
I think it's going to be Gomez.
I think it's going to be Gomez as well. I think he's still got a bee in his bonnet over. He fell out with Curtis Jones. It's evident. If you go back about a month ago before they fell out, because they did fall out, because he was supposed to be arguing with Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
I literally saw Curtis Jones arguing with him about a month ago. You saw him. But what I'm saying is, Curtis Jones, before he had that argument with Arne Slot, he was starting every game. Have you noticed he was starting every game and he was cooking? Soon he had that argument with Arne Slot, now he's getting only 15 minutes of the game. So this is what you can see it now. Because Curtis Jones was one of our best midfielder. I'm not the biggest Curtis Jones fan, but I've got to admit it. He was in form. He was playing good over a month ago. As soon as that rumours that he fell out with Arne Slot, yeah. This is what we're seeing now. It's obvious. So who's going to play right back? I think it's going to be Gomez. Yeah, Calvin Ramsey. Yeah, Calvin Ramsey. He's never going to give him a go, is he?
Gordon Ramsay.
Well, he knows what he's doing. Anyway, yeah. So let's move on. Let's talk about Endo. He's injured. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. I think it was his ankle, wasn't it? It looked like he twisted his ankle or something like that. Fair play to Endo. Tried to carry on, tried to gut it out. But I know for Endo to be stretched off, there's a problem.
Look, what I respect about Endo, sure he's a very, very respected individual among Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
What I respect about him is, his determination. Never gives up. He never gives up. The guy will play with a limp. He even tried to play. He refused to get subbed. Like in that set piece, he wanted to play for that set piece and defend that set piece. That's what you call a guy who plays for the badge. We haven't really got many like that now. Like playing for the badge, like aggressive. He's in there. He does his job. He don't care where he's at. Like Robbo plays for the badge. Kirkes flipping now plays for the badge. Now you got someone like Endo, which I was calling to start. Not a right back. I'm not going to contradict myself. I keep my point straight. I didn't want him to start right back. But then he started right back today. And fair play to him. Fair play to him because he did an absolute amazing shift at right back. Blocked everything. He made one crucial block. I think that's one of the Sunderland winger. I don't know his name. Let's call it Sunderland winger. Crossed the ball into a very, very dangerous area. Endo was at the back post. Endo didn't stick his leg out. That could have been 1-1. But again, Endo did some great, great defending. And maybe that's what injured him. Maybe he hyperextended something or probably pulled a muscle. He looks like he pulled a muscle. But again, he don't give one. He don't care. He was in there. He made that block. He made key tackles. He was defending well. And he was playing wing back at one point. He was putting some decent crosses in. So that's a guy who you want in your team. And I'm surprised he's very underutilized. But again, this injury is going to set him back. It's going to set him back. I like Endo. I like him as a player. Last season I thought he had an absolutely brilliant season by the time he was on there, the time he was on, the time he came on, and times that he started, he had a brilliant season. I thought he was a warrior. This season, this is his first Premier League start, and you can see he was crying, he was gutted. The way he was covering his face up, I don't know if he's crying or anything like that, but he looked like he was very, very upset.
Yeah, he did look upset.
It's his first Premier League start. I think one of his first games this season, and to get off injured like that, it's a shame. It's a shame because Endo is probably going to be our starting right back until Bradley. Of course, Bradley's probably out. Of course, I don't want him to start there week. It's not sustainable. he does a job. He knows what his job is. He does. If you stuck end up at striker, you play there. You know, he's that kind of player that you can play anyway.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, he's been waiting so long to play. Sorry, he's been waiting so long to play, and now he gets his shot. He's gone, and it's a shame. That's what I said. I know. Look, this team seems like it's been cursed from the beginning of the season. Toto, I said it. We've been riddled with injury, right? And it's the defenders what we're losing. Have you noticed? All right, we lost Isaac. We have lost Andy Robinson. No, we have lost Endo. We have lost Frimpong and Connor Bradley. All defenders. Everyone who can play that right back position. We're losing all of them. We've lost 3 key defenders for our team. First choice, second choice, and third choice. And this is why when the January window come on, when the January window came, right? I actually thought that maybe they're going to grow a pair, yeah? Dumber and dumber. I'm talking about Hughes and Edwards, and get that move even for a loan. Someone that can come in, play that right back and play a centre back. Someone that can play centre and right back. Someone like Gomez that can play right back, left back, and centre back. Someone versatile to fill that void. Because I knew this was going to happen. But what did they do? They went, nah, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We're just going to get on with it. We don't need to buy no defender. Now look, we are running out of players. And Arnie Slot, cue ball, right? He has to wake up and start playing the youth players because we ain't even got a choice anymore. We're going to get to that point that we're going to look at our bench and we're going to think there's no one there. Who are we going to bring on? He's going to look around and say, someone on. He's going to say to the assistant coach, Arnie Slot's going to say, let's go make a sub. And the assistant coach is going to look around and say to him, there's no one on the bench. We've got no one left. It's going to get to that point. You got to wake up and play the youth players. You get me?
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries this season. I caught the Louis Steve saying what happened to the 3 young centre backs signed by Hughes in January.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I know they're gone down to the under 21s, but you can play them.
But some of them were signed for
the
next
youth
season.
Nah, for the youth. There's one of them in the under 21s, isn't it?
Yeah, some of them for the youth. I think 2 of them for the youth, and then one of them was for a pre-season contract or something for next season.
Now we've signed 2 young centre backs, 2 or 3. The one starts next season. Oh yeah, by the way, the one that we signed, can you get his name for? I forgot his name. The one that we signed, we spent like 50 million for him. Jeremy Jackie. Look at this one. This is why I know we got bad luck. We signed Jeremy Jackie around about 50 or 60 million. It's a lot of money, but he's worth it, yeah? I think he's going to be the Virgil replacement when Virgil leaves in a couple of years, right? So we brought him in, yeah? We brought him in, or he actually might be the Canate replacement. He comes in, yeah? And soon as we brought him, the next day he went and played football and got injured. How about that one? He got injured. If he wasn't linked to Liverpool, he wouldn't have got injured. Again, I'm kind of a conspiracy theory kind of guy. But don't you think every time we're linked to defenders, they get injured? It's like our club is cursed, bro. Seems like he's cursed to me, man. But yeah, we need to start using the youth players, because if we don't use the youth players, there's going to be no one left on the bench. And then maybe the penny will drop. But to me, it's Hughes and Edwards. Hughes and Edwards should at least brought in a loan player. But what did Liverpool do? They waited to the last day of the window to try and say make moves. There was quiet for all of the January, but they said, we're going to make moves in the last 2 days of the January window. That's how we didn't get Mark Gay, by the way. Remember that? Crazy.
Yeah.
So he said, can one of them young bucks play right back, Toto? Any defender?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure they can, but I don't know. I don't really see him play or anything like that, and maybe they can. I don't know, but look, I think they can do a shift in right back. Maybe one of them that can play, that can be versatile, but I don't know.
Yeah, hold on, just checking something.
People in the chat who you're watching, hit the like, subscribe. We've got 6 likes at the moment. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and feel free to share the video as well. Yeah, I'm just glad that Liverpool won. You know, I was expecting a draw. I thought it'd be a wipe up again. I was proved wrong. You know, I admit when I'm wrong. Again, it's a prediction. Innit? You make a prediction, and that could either go two. It's football, man. It can go 2 ways. It's unpredictable, but that game, you know, I saw a really big improvement from Liverpool. Really big improvement.
Hold on, let's get my players in.
Yeah.
Player lineup.
After this, guys, we're going to be doing player rating. So if you guys are still here or you want to leave, you know, feel free to hit the likes. And if you want to join us in the player ratings, feel free to join us in the player ratings. We'll rate each player out of 10, really. But I think my man of the match for me, there's 3 contenders. I think it's either Verts, Virgil, or Ibu. Because I thought Ibu had an absolute monster defensive performance tonight. That's what you call defending. That's what you call defending right there. Always tight to his man. Never lets him cut inside. He's always tight to him, you know. Never lets him have any. That's what you call defending. You know, tight, aggressive defending. You can't look. People can be aggressive defenders, but be reckless defenders. I like always get fouls. But Ibu today was very disciplined. I didn't think he did anything wrong. He was hustling him. He was hustling him back. You know, that's just two giants going at each other. You know, two strong guys. Bobby's a strong striker. Kanata is a strong centre back, and that's just 2 strong guys going at each other. They'll go at it for full 90 minutes. For the whole game. Going up to injury time, and I thought Kanata defended him well, locked him out of the game, and that was his job. He had his job and he done it. Virgil as well, winning all the headers, getting a goal. You know, what can you say? Playing out the back very well. This is Virgil what Virgil does, and even at his age, he's still killing it. Of course, we don't want to use that phrase a lot because maybe you might have a drop off. I don't know, but we still need centre backs at the end of the day. Virgil can't play week in week out. Maybe he can play week in week out.
He's got no choice now because we didn't buy
still
him.
need centre backs. Yeah, exactly. So maybe he can play week in week out because Virgil's fitness is up there. You know, he can play week in week out, but you don't want to burn him out too much. You know,
he looked tired today. I saw the interview with him. I saw the interview with Virgil with on TNT, and he looked like he was tired. I never saw Virgil like that before this season. That's the first time I saw Virgil when he looks like really tired. You know, when he was talking and that. So this is what I'm saying. I just don't understand that. I know Virgil. I know you're not going to drop Virgil, yeah. But you know, when next season comes, if you want Virgil for longer at the football club, I suggest you bring someone in and minimize his minutes. He can't go into next season, Virgil, and play every single game at his age. You're just going to burn him out and then you won't get the best out of Virgil. You get me? Even if you take away 20%, right, of his game time in the season, yeah, do it. Because if you want Virgil, the best centre-back at Liverpool for longer, minimise his minutes. This is why we're bringing in all these defenders now. Minimise his minutes. Trust someone else to be there. You get me? If you keep playing Virgil, look, the cup games, at least with the cup games, don't play him in the cup games, innit? Only when we get to the big, you know, the important ones.
Yeah.
Don't play him. Just don't play him. Anyway, let's move on now. Let's move on to the player ratings. I've got it up here. Let me just bring it around. Right, we got it right now. I'm just going to put it on the screen. We can just go through this briefly. There we go. Should be popping up now. There you go. So this is the play lineup. So total. Let's go.
Yeah, Ali in goals. I thought he had things covered, didn't he? You know, he didn't really have. He did have a couple of shots to save. He saved them well. Didn't really have nothing to do. I'm gonna say like But he made good saves at the time. I'll say 6 for Ali.
Yeah. Didn't always look comfortable. He didn't really look. Like I said, I don't think he had much to do. He did have much to do today. Like I agree with you. What did you give him?
6.
I agree. I'm not gonna go on that one. I'm not gonna debate that one. Standard, above standard. For me, I'm with the next one. Ibra Konate.
I'll say 10 for me.
Why? You just want to say it or just be one?
I'll say 10 because I thought he locked Bobby out the game. That was his.
I don't disagree with. I just want to know why.
Yeah, that was his job. He'd done his job. He locked Bobby out the game. I thought that's what you call defending, one-on-one defending. Very, very disciplined. He never let him cut inside. He always blocked everything. Konate did today.
Very aggressive today, Konate.
You know what a performance. That's why I say 10.
That's why there was an argument for him to be man of the match as well.
I know. But always, let's see. It's why, look, I'm glad that Virgil got man of the match. He was my man of the match. But again, with these man of the matches,
what's that in the background? Don't want to get done for copyright.
I got nothing in the background because these matches, these man of the matches, they always do on goals. Usually goals. Or see someone get a last-minute goal, yeah, he's man of the match. You know, I don't get it. But again, it is what it is. But yeah, that's my view. I'll say Konate 10.
Fair enough. For me, Konate is getting a 10 as well. I thought he was a colossus today at the back. Kept Bobby. He matched him for physicality. As both of them duels paired together. It was like Godzilla versus King Kong. You get me? That's what it was like. Coming together, boom. That's what it was like. What a duel. And you could see there was tagging each other all through the game, innit? So Bobby pulling back, you see, and then the next scenario when it happened again, see Konate just gripping him. Konate, he's just an amazing defender, innit? All right, he has his mistakes in him, but everybody's got a mistake in him, innit? It's just when Konate does it, he gets highlighted more. But today, he was absolutely massive. His jaws. He made a superb block in the first half as a goal-saving challenge in the second. Absolutely amazing display. On par. He was brilliant today. 10 out of 10. Brilliant. Let's get this on. Brilliant.
He was good, man. Great defensive performance.
Brilliant. That's what we won. Virgil van Dijk, Slit Rick.
10 as well.
Mr. Hair Gel.
I'll say 10 as well. Man of the match, got his goal. I thought he dealt with his headers very, very outstandingly. Played at the back very well. Who's some of the keys to our build-up. Virgil was, as he always is. He's our ball player. Ibu's our stopper, our destroyer at the back. And Virgil's that ball player that, don't get me wrong, Konate can play long balls as well, but Virgil's not more known for that, for playing at the back really well. And I thought his defending was good as well. Yeah, I'll say 10.
I might disagree. Yeah, he was commanding of heart, Liverpool back line before breaking the deadline with that header from a corner. But I just don't think he was 10 out of 10 for me. I think that he was 9. I would probably give him 9.5.
Yeah.
Because I know he scored the goal, but I think Ibra Konate was better than him today. He was the guy. He was the Iron Man. Ibra Konate was the Iron Man today. He commanded that back line, and for me, he had the hardest job. Marking out Brobby. He had the hardest job, and he nullified him. He nullified him. There's nothing Brobby could do, but Brobby did give some back though. I saw the manager talking to Brobby, like, that Dutch connection. So I'm not sure if that's an indication that we might sign him. I don't know.
We're not signing no one.
We never know. Nah, I'm about in the summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Virgil for me. He's a 9.5. So just leave him at the 9.5 if you want to. I think Konate for me just had the edge in my opinion.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's more of like an active defender. He's more active.
Yeah, I know, but I know he was just like he was faultless today. Sometimes he made the odd little mistake, but there was nothing like that today.
Yeah.
The only thing what kind of surprised me about Konate though is that when he pulled him down in the box, I thought he was very, very thin ice there, because the referee could have been funny and said, right, you're gonna get a penalty. When he was pulling people down in the box, penalty box.
Yeah.
He had to be careful there, but apart from that, yeah. But Virgil for me, Colossus 9.5. Andy Robertson.
Great game. That's what you need in it, experience. When you're down, when you're going for a rough patch at Liverpool, you want your experienced players to stabilise the ship, bring your team up, and that's what we did. We went with experience at left back, and you can see the football IQ of Robbo's still there. We're playing in the right way, we're playing him in bits. We're giving him that long rest, and then we're playing him fresh. And we know Sunderland's a big, big game, and we played him for a big, big game, and he turned up. He put amazing crosses into the back. A cross stunner always has to go to the player. A cross is you designed to go into a danger area. If no one's there, that means the strikers and that didn't do their job properly. You did your job. Robbo did his job properly. He put some decent crosses in there, but no one's on the end of it. That's the thing. But Robbo was very, very good in defence.
He was.
His crosses were good. I'll say 7.5. He deserves an assist today as well.
Yeah, he definitely saw plenty of ball in the. Yeah. He saw plenty of ball, especially in the first half. He tried to create a few things, but obviously no one was at the end of it. That's the problem that Verts got sometimes.
Yeah.
What did you give him? I'm gonna go. What did you give him? What did you give him? 7?
Some 7.5.
I'll go with that. No problem. Really good, definitely. Mohamed Salah, poor for me.
I said okay.
I think he was poor. I don't think he was that good.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I just don't think he was that good.
I say okay at times.
He just blew him like he always been doing lately.
I thought he got in the right positions.
What's with the turning?
But he should. I think he should have at least got one today. I know it's easy to say, but I think he should have at least got one. His crosses are all right, but I think that corner delivery to Virgil, though, when he got that assist, that was good. I thought some of his corner deliveries were good. He loved sending it in near post. I'll say 5 for Salah. I think getting his game winning assist, which is is a big plus for me. You can see that his one-on-one ability is not there, and I think at some time he can be caught greedy. But that's the way Salah is. You know what Salah is like. But I say 5 for Mohamed Salah. Me.
Yeah, for me, look, far from his best again. As the majority of his games have been like that. You can see he's completely dropped off. He hasn't scored for a long time. I think he's only scored 3 or 4 goals this season. And yeah, his form is just dipped in the Premier League. And all his shots were blocked. I think he was at one point where he could have scored, but he did when he had 2 players on him. All he had to do was try to kick it with his right, just try and toe poke it or something, try and get it in. But he decided to try and turn, and the 2 men were closed him down really close. And as soon as he turned, they took the ball off him and just making silly decisions. The only thing really that went well for him were the set pieces deliveries. One which led to Van Dijk's goal. So that's the only really good thing what went good for him. So I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 10. What did you give him?
5.
All right, I'll go with the 5 just because of that thing what he set up for Van Dijk. But I just don't think he was that good. But I'll go with the 5.
I think with Salah, what's good about Salah, he can produce quality, a ton of quality passes and crosses.
I think he was a 4.
I just think that someone better needs to be in that position.
Yeah, definitely.
You see, no disrespect to Salah. I got respect for Salah. You know what he's done for the club and all that. But I just reckon that someone better.
Yeah, the father time's kicking in. I don't think he's focused.
Kaiser, for an example, should be there. But again, maybe Frimpong when he comes back.
That's a great Booker T said. He's not focused. Go on.
Yeah. And And
Elias is not focused.
Frimpong, I think when he comes back, he should be taking that right wing spot. But
Who?
again, we got
Frimpong. Yeah.
Again, we got no right backs. That's the thing.
Yeah, but it depends on Connor Bradley comes back as well.
Connor
Bradley and Frimpong were working good together. You remember them ones, didn't you?
I know.
And when Salah went there, and they were working together. Perfect.
So Salah would probably, when Frimpong comes back, be the insider, as he was today, and Endo was the wing back.
I think Salah's going to be going this season. This is it for him. I think the Saudis are going to come in for him. I think his head's turned, and I think he's going to go. And I don't blame him. And like I said on the stream the other day, as soon as we get the money for Salah, buy 2 good wingers, Barcola and Osley, done, finished. That's how we do it. So who got it? We're giving a 5 yet. So Ron, who got Ekatike? Gormless.
So lazy. I think when it hit the 60th,
just have a coffee at half time, man. Have a black coffee. Just do something.
What's wrong with that?
That's what I said. Do something. Have a black coffee. Do Jamie Vardy have a Red Bull? Drink, man. Yeah, you know why he had the Red Bull? Because he knows his legs are going. So he had the Red Bull. That's it.
But look, Ekatike, I think his fitness level does need to improve. I think he had a chance at goal again, a header. He missed similar position as well to last game. He had chances he missed. I just think when he hit the 60th, especially when we're trying to manage the game, we walk forward to finger. Yeah, clear space in front of him. Dragging him was slow to get to the ball. That's cardio. That's that he should have been subbed off in the 70th minute for Chiesa. Because I reckon if Chiesa was there, he would have gotten to the end of that ball much quicker and drive that ball forward. But again, Ekatike was a bit tired, and that's why he couldn't do that. And he didn't even play a simple pass either. He was lethargic, weren't he? So
open that link, you see. I told they're gonna make one.
Yeah. But look, Ekatike, I'm gonna give 4.
Yeah, look, he stretched the Sunderland defense on occasions. Though his final ball was sometimes a bit lacking. Missed a guilty edge header. And after the second half, it looked like he needed a Red Bull. Even though Red Bull discussed it, I'd rather a Monster. Looked like he needed a Monster and a coffee. That's what he needed. Or maybe a shot of whiskey. Do something, man. Perk up. Do something. That's what it seemed like to me anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to give him what did you give him, a 4?
Yeah.
I agree. And someone said someone said the other day that he's better than Haaland. What are we doing here? This is what I'm talking about the certain parts of our fan base. He had one good game, scored a goal, and all of a sudden he's better than Haaland. What are we doing here? First year in the Premier League, he's better than Haaland. Forget it, man. God, go to get ball. Coutinho.
I better today. Again, he's having some decent performances now. Cody Gakpo is, and I thought today he was better. He picked some good passes out. I thought he found Robbo very, very well on that wing. I know he cut inside a lot, but again, that's Gakpo's game, man.
Coutinho.
Gakpo works now. If he does it so well in the Premier League, he must be good at doing. Why switch something up if you're already good at what you do? Always do good at what you do good at. And he's good at that, isn't he? So I think he made some good passes, and I thought he had a stable game. He didn't really have much chance of goal because he got blocked every time because they know we can't emotion. He's caught in, and then they're ready for that block. I thought he made some decent crosses, some decent corners. You know what? I'll say 5 or 6. I thought he had a decent game, a stable game. And I thought he found Robbo a lot as well on that left-hand side.
Yeah, he did. I I'm gonna give him a 4 though. I don't think he deserves a 5. But look, I'll give him a 5 because look, at the end of the day, he can get you goals. And what was weird to me that he took him off and he brought on Flying Verts. And now he brought on what's his name, Curtis Jones, which I thought was weird. That did not make sense to me at all that he brought on Curtis Jones for Cody Gakpo. So I'm gonna give him a 5 as well, Toto. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Let me just find the thing because I got loads of pages open. Cody Gakpo 5. There you go. So we are now on to our attackers. Now we're gonna do our midfield. Have we done our midfield? Yeah, we're gonna do our midfield now. Yeah, because I don't know what we've done Nicky TK. We're doing it all wrong. Let's start with Gravenberch. We've done
I didn't think he had a bad game, but I didn't really think he was involved. I'll say 5 for Grav.
Yeah.
Thought it was a bit quiet. But he didn't do nothing bad. He was just, a bit quiet.
I would have gave him a 6. Sunderland, look, he seemed a bit happy with the ball. He looked all right in possession. Solid. He was quite solid in possession. Not his best game. Yeah, I'll just give him that what you're giving. 5. McAllister.
Good game.
I don't know.
I think active.
He's a shadow of himself, though, man.
He is, but I think he had a better game today. I was going to say 6 for Maka. I thought he made some key tackles, especially that one towards the end. That was a key tackle stopping their counter-attack. And I thought he made some decent passes, and I'll say 6 for Maka.
I was going to give him 5.
Yeah.
He's a shadow of himself. His legs have gone. I was going to give him 4, but anyway, I'll give him 5. His legs have gone. He's done, man. He's done it. And I think if Liverpool are smart, and I think they will, I think they're going to sell him in the summer.
Yeah, we haven't got a DM now. Well, we have got a DM, Curtis Jones.
But we'll sell McAllister and bring in Tyler Wharton.
You mean Adam Wharton?
Adam Wharton, sorry. Tyler Wharton. Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
We'll bring it. That's what we need. Bring him in.
Thing is, our owner DMs now with Curtis, and of course Sabo.
Yeah, but they're not a defensive midfielder, are they? They say that, but they're not.
We haven't got no defensive midfielder.
Oh, offense.
Naomi's not really defensive midfielder either. He's more of a He can play there, but he's more of an attacker, isn't he? He's more of a
I don't know. I don't really see much of him that.
Yeah, true. He hasn't really got much minutes either.
They say he's like a DM, but we'll see what happens. Isn't it?
He's a young player, he can adapt, can't he?
Yeah.
But again, we've got no defensive midfielders.
Florian Wirtz for me, he's getting a 10.
Oh, you put 2 McAllisters in there.
Oh, there you go. For me, Florian Wirtz, he's the out of 10.
I was going to say 8.
Look, it continues to be the centre of everything good Liverpool. If Liverpool, this is what I said about Florian Wirtz before, right? Florian Wirtz, right? He's too good for our front three, what we got now. Not Ekitike, maybe, but our 2 wingers. Cody Gakpo could not match up with Florian Wirtz. When Florian Wirtz does a mad one, he starts going past certain players, yeah? We're quick with his feet, yeah? Gets in them little pockets. What happens? When he passes the ball to Cody Gakpo don't know what he's doing, bro. You get me? He don't know what he's doing. He's just one-dimensional. Cody is just Mr. Cutting. You get the ball, cut and go. He can't link up with Florian Wirtz. You get me? This is why if Ngamoa played on the left-hand side, yeah, that winger, I know he's young, yeah? Rio Ngamoa, if he played on the left-hand side, he would link up good with Florian Wirtz. I'm convinced. You get me? Florian Wirtz and Cody Gakpo are not compatible. Just like Mohamed Salah and Florian Wirtz are not compatible. You could see now, Frimpong is more compatible, yeah, with Wirtz because they played together in the same team in Germany. You get me? This is why when Frimpong was there, Wirtz looked better. Did you notice? They were linking up good together because they know each other, innit? This is why I think when we got rid of, I think if Diaz was in this team, if Luis Diaz was in this team right now with Florian Wirtz, they would cook both together. I know they would. You get me? I know they would. This is why when we sold Diaz, we didn't replace him. But for me, I'm looking at Freiburg. I'm giving him a 10. I thought he was brilliant today. He could have got 2 or 3 assists. But obviously, we got no one there to put in the back of the net. Ekitike can't head the ball. Crazy, isn't it? He took a centre-back. It took Virgil. The most goals as a centre-back in Liverpool history to score a goal. Actually, Virgil could have got a goal before as well. Remember, when he took it on his left, he should have took it on his right. I don't know why he took the ball on his left, because Virgil van Dijk had so much time to score that goal. And for some reason, he decided to shoot it on his left. Also, keep it simple, do what you know. Big up, man. Big up. Well said, keep it simple, do it. Yeah, that's the one. Go on.
Who says that?
Nah, someone on TikTok.
Oh yeah. Who on next?
That's it. We're done. Finished. We got the subs. Curtis Jones. I'm gonna say about Curtis Jones.
Didn't really enough time to.
No, not really.
Chiesa.
Again, not enough time.
Gomez though, 7.
Really 7?
He done very well when he come on. Very, very key.
Okay, fair enough.
Good turns.
Joey G.
He was composed when he come on.
There you go then.
Sure, he's a quality player, but injury prone. Similar to Oxlade-Chamberlain, you know, quality player.
Yeah.
Come from Arsenal, but injured. But when he did play,
he's just done something. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Where's he gone to now?
I don't know. I think he's gone to his Turkish club. I don't know, but same with Thiago as well. What a quality player he is. You know, every time he played,
injury prone.
But again, injury prone, and he's the coach now, I think so.
Okay, fair enough. So that's the end. That's the end of the final whistle, guys. Remember, this is on audio as well. It's on Spotify, iTunes, all of them. Not on yet, because I've still got to sort that out, but it will be going on there eventually. People listening on the audio. This is a final whistle game 26, Premier League, Liverpool. Now Sunderland versus Liverpool. So it's Sunderland 0, Liverpool 1. Big up to the lads, or we'll be back Friday or probably tomorrow, actually, because Friday I'm busy. So Thursday, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be doing the player lineup for the FA Cup, and that will be tomorrow because Friday we're busy. So Thursday, we'll be back Thursday, probably in the evening sometime, or probably a bit earlier like we did today. You remember we went a bit earlier today?
Yeah.
So we might come on a bit early, around about 3 o'clock. So yeah, so it'll be around about 3 o'clock we might come on today, and we're going to do the player lineup for the FA Cup, and that'll be us for the weekend then. So big up. So Toto, anything you want to say before we head off, bro?
Nothing really. I'd say spring on the FA Cup next, and hopefully we get through.
Yeah. And there might be something interesting coming up as well on the channel, some live stuff, and see what happens. So big up to everyone, big up to the man them, big up to the woman them, and let's chase down the Dirt United, and let's chase them down. Big up to everyone. See you later, guys. Bye.